All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying our praise to Yahweh, by Shema Shai, by Shema Kadash, that will honor to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is nearly 20 tornadoes touched down in 7 states in Midwest. So I'm going to play this clip.
The relationship was volatile. The mom even believes the woman may be a spy. Staff Sergeant Gordon Black is now being held on criminal misconduct charges.
Nearly 20 tornadoes touched down in 7 states in the Midwest overnight. Parts of Oklahoma completely flattened. At least one person was killed. Several others were hurt.
To me, it felt like forever. It felt like a long time. It probably wasn't.
And look at this. Several people were trapped inside of a hotel in Kansas after a tornado touched down near this Hampton Inn.
I'm going to watch this one. Let's see what it's talking about.
Our coverage continues now with Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark, who also went to Barnsdall today.
She talked to a man who had damage to his home and then had to deal with thieves right after. It's hard to tell. There were even 3 homes here. The storm demolished all of them along Highway 123 in Barnsdall. One man I talked to is worried that a thief may have taken advantage of this terrible situation.
It's destroyed.
The King family could hear their cat Maggie meowing, so they knew she was safe. She just wouldn't come out from under the broken house.
She's just fine. She's just scared.
Their black and white spotted dog Wendy was wagging her tail and doing just fine. Their other cat hasn't shown up since the storm.
We've got a tomcat running around here somewhere, but my wife said she's seen him after the storm, so he's just staying hidden.
So you think they're all okay?
I think so. I like to hope so.
When the tornado hit Monday night, Tim King was at work at the plant in Barnsdall. He says a guy at work was keeping them posted about the storm headed their way.
And when it got really close, he said, it's bad. He said, hit the deck. And we happen to have a tornado shelter for control room, and it even did some damage to that. So, yeah, it was bad.
Here's how the plant, Nucera Solutions, looks now.
We just watched for it, and when it hit, it was, I don't know, it's just like nothing you've ever seen before. Nothing I've ever seen before. It was the power and the noise, and it was just crazy. Yeah.
Were you scared?
Of course. Everybody was scared. You know, I think most of the guys that were down there were scared for their families because we was at work and the families are all at home. Mm-hmm. And that's naturally the first thing you want to do is get home.
At the same time, his wife took cover in this storm shelter at home.
The door blew open as soon as the tornado came through, and she couldn't get it closed, so she just stayed back in the corner, and she told me not to worry, that she was fine.
She was taking cover here at home, and you were taking cover at work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And it hit you both.
Yeah.
Their home shifted off the foundation. Stuck way up here is a piece of their RV that was parked out front. Here's their truck, now flipped upside down. Tim says right after the storm demolished their home, he thinks someone took advantage of them in the dark. Tim says someone stacked up these concrete blocks. Then he saw his closet door open and the guns that were inside were missing. And you can see his gun rack is still there.
I had quite a few guns and some personal items in the house last night. And when we got here today, they were gone. I don't know if somebody picked them up to hold on to them for me or if somebody took them. But if you took them, I would appreciate them back. The guns were my father's. And the box that you took, it's a fire-safe box. It has nothing in it but titles and abstracts and birth certificates. There's no money in it. Just bring it back. I appreciate it.
Is there any way that it could be just under the pile somewhere?
No, because everything else was untouched in my closet.
The homes on both sides of Tim's are gone, too. Hit your whole town.
They took a big part of it, yeah. A real close friend that I had worked with at the plant, his wife passed away in the tornado. I'm not going to say her name, but yeah, that's a shame. That's the only one that I know of for sure. As bad as a storm as it was, it's really by the grace of God that everybody's alive.
Now it's about working together with neighbors and moving on.
Clean it up and build another house, I guess. It's the first one that's hit us in 25 years. You know, it's not going to run me off. It's Oklahoma. It doesn't matter where you go. It's going to happen sometimes.
And this is home.
This is home.
In Barnsdall, covering news that matters. Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
We're just praying that, a miracle happens.
Governor Kevin Stitt among those holding out hope that this missing Barnsdall man will be found alive after last night's EF4 tornado. So glad you're with us tonight. I'm Shay Rozzi.
And I'm Sarah Whaley. Search and rescue teams, including Oklahoma Task Force 1 and their canines, spent the day looking for this man right here, Wayne Hogue. For the first time tonight, we are hearing from his family.
Fox 23's John Acebus talked with his daughter-in-law and joins us live. John, how are they holding up?
As good as you would expect. In some way, they're at peace. But let me just show you really quick what we're dealing with in the town. I'm not sure if that's a mobile home that's gone into a home or just a home that's been decimated. But that right there is what so much of Barnsdall looks like. What's even crazier is across the street, I'd show you, but it's dark, is a home that's standing. And that right there is the nature of a beast when it comes to tornadoes. Now, aside from all the decimation in this town, the one thing weighing heavy is, where is Wayne Hogue? His family tells me they were on the phone with him right before that tornado hit. He has not been seen since. This is all that is left of Wayne Hogue's mobile home in Barnsdall, essentially just a pile of cinder blocks.
Being there, seeing the debris, seeing the destruction, knowing that he was in his home, he didn't move very fast. He was 81. So it would be very hard for me to believe that outside of a miracle from God, that there's truth behind that.
Tamara Hogue is Wayne's daughter-in-law. She spent the day in town looking for him. His mobile home is just past the intersection of First and Walnut. It was in the direct path of the EF4 tornado that tore through the town.
We had to wait till this morning to be able to go search for him and through the debris.
Wayne's mobile home was lifted by the violent tornado and thrown across town. Tamara says right before his home was hit, they spoke with him. Take me through the phone calls and then where you are today, just kind of that timeline.
We actually talked to Wayne on the phone about 2 minutes before the tornado hit Barnsdall. My husband was on the phone with him, and he didn't plan on leaving his home. And we knew that as soon as we found out that the tornado had hit Barnsdall, we knew that something was not right.
The road to Wayne's house is blocked off. Cadaver dogs are going through the town, as well as first responders looking for him. I spoke with Alice and Ed Swift. They were friends of Wayne's. Tuesday was tough for them. Their granddaughter survived, but her home was absolutely leveled. On top of that, they're emotional about their friend Wayne.
And Wayne was a man with word. If he said something, he meant it.
Is he a good man?
Yeah.
You all right, man?
Don't start crying, you make me.
I'll say you're trusting the Lord that, has established you at this point to be able to, even talk about this.
Absolutely. Not just our trust in God, but Wayne's faith. He was a man of God, and we know without a doubt that he was ready to go when God was ready to take him.
You still hold out some hope that maybe he is at least findable at this point?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we believe in miracles as well. So.
They've checked all kinds of leads. There's been people on social media saying he's here, he's at the hospital. They've checked into those things. So far, no merit. So the search for Wayne Hogue continues. Right now, here in Barnsdall, they are in a curfew. It started at 9 o'clock. I am just a few minutes after that curfew, but just down the road, there was a trooper I spoke with, made an agreement that, hey, as soon as I finish with this live shot, we'll get out of town. But it's important for you to know that Barnsdall is now in a curfew. We're going to leave this area, but coming up tonight at 10, we'll speak with some other people who just tell me they feel lucky to be alive. Covering news that matters. John Acebus, Fox 23 News.
I have goosebumps after that. Your heart certainly goes out to his family. We are.
All right. So as you can see, the Lord is jacking this place up. We had 20 tornadoes. This is Psalm chapter 83, verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. Right. So the Lord is persecuting these people. The heathen nations got to pay for what they have done as far as our captivity and keeping us down, coming together, in their efforts. Because they are their forefathers. So this is payback. This is Psalm chapter 148, verse 8. This is just, the beginning stages of payback, man. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be 100 million times worse. So infinity times worse, shit, however you want to put it. But this is Psalms 148:8, fire and hail. And it's storms going on that's got a lot of hail coming down in various places also. Snow, and you got snow. They called it a late winter. That's happening also. And vapor, stormy wind, fulfilling his word. So this is nothing but the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai, because we are at the end of Esau's kingdom. And basically this is the time of judgment, man. That's why the Lord will be wanting us to go out there and be carnal, because he gonna do it first, and then he gonna give us the power to finish the job, in the coming future. That's why scripture say vengeance is mine, because the Lord is really fucking people up. And the media ain't gonna never give you all real information, but the Lord will hit these people, hitting people harder than what we can hit them. This 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Right, and these Edomites and the Americans in general boast of their pride and the things that they can do, and as if they got it their own selves, and things that they worship, and etc. Man, so this is just part of the miseries that they got to go through. I'm gonna look up this word misery again real quick. So I can bear with me. Misery, a state or feeling of great distress or discomfort of body or mind. Right, so they're going through miseries physically and spiritually, man. So with that being said, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers of stone truth and sincerity. We ain't got too much longer to go. Shalom.